Hi guys and welcome back. So we chart the coins about real world assets that can do 100x into the next future. So we're talking about in the coming 12 months. This is what we will discover together. I prepared for you a list of 6 different coins. All of them are projects, pretty solid projects that I like. All of them, honestly speaking. But obviously, guys, remember, it's not just because I say that something can do 100x that it will. I'm just saying that these projects could have strong fundamentals that can literally jump and surf the big wave that is coming about real world assets. But as always, be aware that the higher is the multiplier, the possible multiplier, higher is the risk. Because one story is saying, okay, this is a small gem, this is cool, and so on. Another story is being for real able to make that kind of 100x. Anyway, we will explore all of them, and for each of them, I will tell you which is my opinion and why I think something can pump and something maybe can pump less. Okay, let's start immediately. Let me say just that this channel is about educational content and nothing has to be intended as financial advice. If you want to invest in anything, that's cool, super fine, but do always your research before. And guys, please leave us a big thumbs up and drop a comment to the comment section. If you missed also any of the previous videos about real world assets, that's something that I highly encourage you to check them out. I prepared for you a whole playlist about the different videos that I prepared about this topic. I will go deeper even into the future, but check it out if you want to have the full picture. I will leave the link into the corner here. Okay, let's start with the first project that I want to present you today. Domani Protocol, ticker DEXTF. That's the first project I want to present you today. It's a project that is based in Singapore, and it is an Italian team. I have been talking with them personally. I know what they have in mind, and I'm really excited about their vision because if they would be able to realize it, well, that's a big opportunity. We are talking about a token that is still pretty small. We are just sitting on a market cap that is about 18 million. And on the other side, they have already closed a partnership with a big institution like Deutsche Bank. And for what I know, for what I hope and think, they will announce new partnerships into the next future. That's the kind of trigger that we are waiting for. But why and what they have in plan in terms of product? Well, let's start saying that Domani Protocol is about tokenizing portfolios. So it's about you create a portfolio, you tokenize it, and you have it available also on chain. That's a service that is offered to institutions. That's the reason why they have a partnership in place with Deutsche Bank, for example. What they are doing right now, it's also creating a new blockchain, like a permission private blockchain, something that could be given as a service to institutions in order to start building their financial applications directly on a blockchain that is connected to the Domani protocol and the DEXTF token. So as you can understand, the view is a long-term view. The goal is to create something that could be ready for institutions, obviously, and that's something that applies for any project that we have been talking in the last couple of days. It's about time. You don't have to rush anything when it comes to real world assets. The reality is that real world assets can change at least the price in a moment. It's just about sharing, announcing something that is so big that can literally pump the price like never before. The point is that to reach that kind of announcement, there is a lot of work behind the scene. Remember, institutions, corporations, the TradFi world, that's the kind of world that you want to attract into the blockchain space. It is slow. So be patient. It's not just because the project is not pumping like other projects. Yes, because for example, we have seen Swarm Markets, a project that I love, doing numbers like crazy. It made like 100x. The Money Protocol didn't do anything like that, even if we can even complain so much. As you check, if you check here, you will see that either way, this project made an incredible upside from where it was starting. We can even say it made almost 100x, but the point is that right now it's stagnant since the last 12 months. But it's not just because it's stagnant that it can't pump into the future. It's just a matter of time. I like the project. they have strong fundamental, they can do 100x. Just to give you an idea, 100x would mean having from 80 million to 100x, it would be like 1.8 billion. It is reachable, yes, absolutely. And as you can see, in the past, the project already did 10x more from the point that we are right now. I want to add just one thing. Remember, yes, the project is going in the right direction. Personally, I like it. But on the other side, I have to be honest, also saying you guys, remember, this space is competitive. Nothing prevents new projects to come and be faster than the Domani Protocol and taking their share, their market share. So be aware also of that. Going to the second project that is called DeFactor. DeFactor, and the ticker is Factor, FACTR. As you can see, it's a project that was launched about beginning of 2022, and right now is like 66% down from its previous all-time high. As always, remember that being below the all-time high means also it is giving us some kind of target price in order to grow, because one story is having an history, another story is just being a price discovery if the token is new. Also, in this case, we're talking about a project that has a pretty small market cap, still about 18 million. But the big difference is that this token is pumping really hard right now. As you can see, it was stagnant also this one for quite long, or around 12 months or 1 year. But right now, after the big announcement by BlackRock, it pumped like crazy. It made like something like a 5x in just a couple of days. Right now, it is in a correction. We could expect a more upside if Bitcoin and real world assets will pump again into the short term. Again, as I was saying to you in one of my previous videos, right now to me is much more about trading. It's not about something that you buy and you keep it for the next 12, 18 months. There will be the moment when we will do that kind of thing, but it's not right now. Right now, it's just to speculate on the current situation. I do not expect to go from here to the next 12 months only up. I do expect maybe another pump into the coming weeks, 1 month, 1.5 months, 2 months, something like that. But after that, sooner or later, the market will have to go through, I wouldn't say a major correction, not a bear market, but like a correction that could be substantial and that can push altcoins, small caps like DeFactor 2, going down even 70%. That's something that we have already seen, for example, here 1 year ago around. It was about 0.1 and it reached like 0.4 just a couple of weeks after, to go again to 0.02, so about 80% correction. That's pretty a lot. I do not expect a so strong correction, but still something that can literally make the project suffer. So if you are just holding, that could be pretty suffering. So better just like trading right now, exiting the moment when the market is going into reversal, and waiting to re-enter in the moment when the market will start pumping again. Before going on, let me add a couple of details about DeFactor. We are talking about a project, it's about real world assets, obviously, and the idea is to make it available on chain in order to create more liquidity. So like a secondary market in order to transform illiquid real world assets in something that is liquid. What they are offering is an all-in-one solution in order to enable projects who want to tokenize an asset in order to bring it on chain. Okay, going to the third project, this is something that I have been talking to you a while ago. I don't know if you remember, but if you forgot about it, I will also leave the video about this project into the right corner here. It is, I would say, not outdated because the kind of concept is still the same, but obviously at that time when I published that video, the project was still in a testnet. Right now, it is live on mainnet. It was launched at the end of the last year, and right now it's starting to pump again. We are talking about LandX. LandX is the governance token of LandX, that is a platform. The whole idea behind LandX is, from one side, helping farmers. That's the reason why you can see in the token, in the name of the project, the word land. Land refers literally to the land where farmers are working in order to produce something that can sold on the market. So through this system, the farmers will receive funding in order to push and grow their the land and becoming more productive in terms of the harvest. And on the other side, the investor, so you that you are putting money into the protocol, you will receive your share of the crop. So it's like investing and having like a yield bearing asset. It is not just like what, as we have seen, stable coins that are backed by treasury bonds and so on, but an asset that is backed for real by the crop of a real land that is produced by a real farmer. So that's the kind of system that LandX is trying to push. The idea is really innovative because the point is that in this world, we are 8 billion people. And in these 80 billion people, there are people that are in different kind of situations, not just like in Europe or in the most developed countries where you have a certain kind of service, but even in these kind of countries, not all the niches are having the same opportunities. Because one story, if you are having a big corporation, so you can have access to the credit as much as you want. But another story, if you're just a small entrepreneur, a small farmer, how to be able to get the money to invest and to make your land much more productive. So that's the big challenge. What they are trying to solve is this problem. If they will be able to, well, the market is insanely big. Right now, they have a small market cap, is about 50 million, even if the FDV is pretty bigger. The FDV will be reaching something like 5-6 years, so it will still have time even after the this bull run. So I do expect that this project could grow a lot. 100x is possible? Well, yes and not. I believe that is possible, but obviously it depends. You need to be ready for any kind of scenario. If you are ready for that, if you are aware of the different scenarios, well, you can do whatever you want because you have full understanding and you are full in control of the situation. Okay, going to the fourth project is called Xend, that has been just rebranded to RWA. It's a project about tokenization, and so on. It has a market cap is about 27 million with an FDV about 50 million. Also, in this case, we're talking about something that was launched into the previous bull run, and it had a top that is something like 6-7 times higher than where we are right now. The topic about tokenizing real world assets, this is something that is pretty hot and will be coming hotter into the next future. As you can see also from the exchanges, that's something that is another thing that you have to take in account when you want to buy something, because according to where a project is listed, it's also giving you the idea of how much liquidity it is available. And on the other side, if the project has still space to grow, obviously having space to grow doesn't mean that the project will be able to take the whole space. That's something that you have to check it out, talking with the project on the Discord and so on. One thing that I highly encourage you, if you want to invest in a 100x jam, if you want to be a real investor, you need to stay on track with what is happening with that project. Join their Discord, join their Telegram account, check what are the news, what the project is hiding, what this project is telling you for the next future, because are these the information that will make the difference for you? Don't just buy and forget. Yes, you can. I'm not even saying that you will not be in profit in 12 months or something like that. Yes, probably you will be in profit because real world assets probably will pump. The point is that it's not just being in profit, it's being able to beat the benchmark of the market. That's the reason why we are looking for 100x. It's not just because we are looking for 2x or doing profit like 40%. It's because we are looking for a 100x. But if you're looking for that kind of ROI, well, you need to check, you need to follow the projects, make questions that are helping you to understand which is the current state of the art of the project and which is the future for that project. So do that, please. Another thing that you have to take in account when it comes to tokenization, well, right now, almost any kind of project is talking about tokenizing something. The point is that there is not space for all of them. Yes, there will be a phase when all of them will pump, but not all of them will pump at the same time, or better, not everyone will pump at the same way. So someone will do something 40%, another one will do 3x, and so on. So be aware of that. It's not just because a project is good that will be able to pump. So be aware, stay informed, stay into the loop, and you will be able to take the right decision for you. Going on, fifth project is called CrediFi. Credi is the token of the platform. It is backed by several investors. It started in beginning of 2022. As you can see, right now we are trying to reach again the previous all-time high. We are getting closer. We are still below about 60%, but as you can see, we broke all the major resistance and all of this reaccumulation phase that pushed the price up by another 3x, something like that. The market cap is about 31 million, and an FTV that is about pretty much the same. As you can understand also from the name, what they are working about is about lending money. It's like a money market. The main difference is that instead of giving as a collateral like your tokens or whatever, it's about using real world assets as a collateral. That's what they are working on. Obviously, it's not the only project. We have seen many projects working about credit, from the biggest one like Ondo, that is slightly different, but there are many other like Centrifuge, Maple, Goldfinch, and many others that are all talking about credit. Obviously, each of them has its own focus, its own niche, but nothing prevents these projects to change and to become broader and eating the market share of smaller projects like CrediFi. Either way, CrediFi has a pretty strong background. It is listed right now on KuCoin. That is not bad for a project. It's still so small, and that's something that it could be interesting to follow. The last project I want to present to you, that's something I have mixed feelings about that, but I'm sharing it either way because it's something that is using many buzzwords. Not a fan of that kind of approach, but I can't deny that cryptos are something that is so irrational. So something like that could end like literally nothing or becoming something. What they are saying is tokenizing real world assets for the gaming industry using an omni-chain approach. So it's like gaming, real world assets, omni-chain. They are using layer 0 and so on. So it sounds something like just using buzzwords together just to make it cooler, the project. I don't know if it's just the case. What I can tell you is that, as you can see from the chart, it just made 6x from the launch, because it was just like 0.04. Right now it's about 0.3. So it has been growing pretty much. Right now it's sitting still on the market cap is about 27, 30 million, something like that. So we are still talking about the project. If it pumps, it has a lot of upside to grow. It is not listed on many exchanges. As you can see, it's only on mainly on Uniswap. So who knows, if on the hype they will be able to also get listed, I don't exclude to see this project at least into a short-term pumping. Either way, I'm curious to see what they will do and what they will be able to deliver. Because remember, another thing when it comes to these kind of jams, jams are something that is cool, at least in terms of potential. Again, as you can see from the title of this video, it's about potential, 100x potential. It doesn't mean it will happen. It simply means that the fundamental, the promise, the value that they are promising to deliver could be cool and valuable. Another story is being able to deliver it and to make it appreciated by the market. That's another story. So let's see what will happen into the next future. Guys, let me know if you have another project that in your opinion can do 100x and it is about real world assets. Let me know it in the comment section below and I will be more than welcome to dig into it. Thank you for following me and I will see you soon into another video. Bye guys.